Okay. So at the age of 19, after being in college for about a year, I come home for summertime and a best friend of mine was talking to somebody or whatever. Make a long story short, I meet this new group that is starting in Philly. It's a husband and wife group. They're newly married. They got only one kid, and
Ah,
so it was a
okay.
cute situation. It was just like, okay, and it was fate. It's funny because that I'm singing with that same group right now after
Yes,
all.
and what would you mind me what mentioning who that is? I
Oh no,
mean,
no, you can
yeah,
you can mention it.
yes, the group they're referring to is one of my all-time favorite duos, Kindred, the Family Soul.
Woo! My
Yes,
brother and
yeah,
sister
shout out
aged
to them.
17, and I
Yes,
met them at 19.
wow.
And the
So this
the,
has
the
been like a lifelong friendship. Like this has been
this has been
wow. Y'all
they
grew up
are
together.
actually my brother and sister,
Oh
but a
yes.
lifelong business situation is become for me, a lifelong music situation for me.
Okay.
And so back to the rebellion part. So for some people, you know, um, for some people that may have been considered a sort of rebellion. But what's crazy is in Philly, when that happened for me, that was when a lot of musicians were starting to play for R&B groups. That was the
Ah,
season of the Jill
mm,
Scotts. That
yeah,
was the Floetry era. That was India Irene. That
music soul
was
child.
music soul child.
Mhm.
Correct. It was Aries, the duo Aries. It was a lot. It was the season where that
Yeah.
transition of church musician to secular musician was transpiring. I was a part of that movement
Oh
because
yes,
not only
and
were
that's
the
very controversial at that time within the
correct,
church.
correct,
Yeah. Yeah.
correct, and they couldn't understand it. And so
Yes.
I may have been considered, I've never heard that word addressed to me, but I very well could have been a part of that, movement or whatever. But it's a great movement. It's an amazing movement
Yes.
that took place in the early 2000s, late 1990s in Philadelphia. It was a major movement. It was major. It was like they
Yes.
were picking up musicians from Philly
Yes. Yes.
everywhere.
Mhm.
And then so it was more musicians than singers, but slowly but surely. So I was in the singer part. So that could have been considered, but I tell you what happened. I tell
Okay.
you what happened. I um basically like it was almost like the church rejected me. I took not
Mhm.
being able to sing with the choir because I
Mhm.
was very hurt over it. It was a very big hurt for me.
They sat you down.
They didn't sit me down,
Oh, they
but
did. Oh,
they
okay.
didn't sit me down. No, no, no. I didn't get set
Oh,
down,
oh, okay.
but there was a transition that basically broke it up. I just was no longer a part of the choir anymore, and that was per the leadership's insight, and that was fine.
Yes. Mhm. Mhm.
I didn't really understand it. I mean, I did understand it, but I didn't get the understanding from that person. I heard it hindsight. And for
Mm,
me, I felt like if I'm on your choir, you should talk to me about whatever the issue is and let's come to a resolution.
absolutely.
But I
Yeah.
never got a chance to really have that. But all of it was well. It went how God wanted it to go. And I understand. I didn't get that then. I understand that now. And so, what happened was the group that I joined at 19 is Muslim. They're of Muslim faith.
Oh,
And so it was crazy to
another
me.
thing. Yeah,
It
Tamara,
was
you did. Yeah, you
crazy.
done did it, girl. Yeah, you done went secular. You going into different
But here's
denomination.
the
Yeah,
thing.
Tamara, you done did it
That
now.
wasn't even, I don't
I'm just
even
messing
know
with you.
if the world really
Yeah,
knew, like that wasn't
yeah.
really something that, because they
Right.
didn't really dress in garb and things like that.
No, right, right.
The personal journey for me was that I was all gung-ho for the church, but the
Yes,
church rejected me.
yes,
And
yeah.
it was a Muslim group that
They
accepted me.
accepted you. Yes,
And
yes.
so for me, I'm just like, when I sat back and thought about it over time, and I was just like, that is crazy to me
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
my gift would not be received, and not in my personal church or my family. I'm always a star in my family. Okay, period. They love
Ah,
me down. I don't have them
yes.
issues, but they my biggest fans. But I mean, when I say the church, I mean the body of Christ. Period. It was like I didn't fit here, but now I fit here, right? And here's the biggest part, Faith. The biggest part is when the group Kindred came out with their first album. The choir I was singing on winded up being on their first album.
Wow, what?
So they winded up singing on stage with me.
And this is in this like together, correct?
That is
Because Serenity,
what's the first album?
and I think it was In This Life Together.
All
Because
right. No. In This
Surrender
Life
to
might have
Love.
been Surrender to Love. Surrender to Love. That song, that album was the album, and it's just crazy how it came
Oh,
full
that is
circle.
crazy. How did that come? Can you give me some little bit of a how that came about, Tamara, please?
So I'm told they just I think it was on a remix. I think that happened like on a remix that that kind of happened, and then we did a big release concert, and everybody that could be there that sang on the album came to the
Oh,
concert, and it just was crazy. It was just crazy to me. So my point is that
yes.
what could seem like rebellion, what could seem like rejection, when you really sit back and look at it, it's really God's redirection for your life. It's really God's will to have you feel certain things because he has something else planned for you. And
Oh,
sometimes you don't always get it. You don't always understand it. But had I been stuck in that churchy situation, I may have never had the opportunity or the freedom to join the group who has been in my life
yes.
most of my life. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
so
Yes.
it's really a blessing. It really is.
It
It's really
really
a
is.
blessing. It's a blessing. So yeah, so that's how I got into my 20s.
Okay.
And then the whole movement in Philly started, and it definitely was a neo soul was
Yes.
the name of the movement at that point.